guys, I just thought I'd show you around my outdoor gym that I have set up here and the types of equipment I've got to give you some ideas if you don't want to join a gym and you're thinking of building something at home. So I have all my equipment out on my patio, and the beauty of that is obviously the fresh air. The obviously downside is the weather. So how do I combat that? So I've got a fabric gazebo which you can pick up on Amazon. I got mine for about £60, something like that. The only downside is, though, it did all come down in the storms and the rain that we had last year, so I had to get another one. So I would probably recommend, if you can upgrade to a wooden gazebo or something a bit more sturdy that concretes into the ground, I would recommend that, just in case there's any heavy weather. I'm actually hoping to move all my equipment indoors once I get my garage developed. Then I will be having an indoor gym, but for the moment this is great. It serves a purpose and I'm not too worried about training out in the cold weather. Although if you are worried about the cold, then think about getting a patio heater. That might help too. So here's just to show you my gazebo, how that sits. Okay, and then all my equipment is eco-friendly, so it doesn't require any electricity. It runs all by itself. So I have a really good bike here, which is a Star Track bike, as you can see here. And as soon as you start pedaling, it lights up and you can select all your programs and things like that. So it's a really cool piece of kit to get hold of if you can. I also have my trusty Gold's Gym bench here, which has a leg extension, so you can load up the plates, and it has a leg curl and a bicep curl section to it as well. And then also attached is the rack for doing your bench presses and squats and things like that, so you can load up the bars with, I've got the plates here which are getting a bit rusty, but I'm not too worried about rust. It doesn't bother me. So I also have a rower, which is a V-fit rower here, if you can see. But I would recommend getting a Concept 2 if you can, because they're the best for if you're serious about doing rowing. All the athletes and the rowers tend to use a Concept 2, so they're one of the best, but this one does me for now. I also have a Bosu there, and if you subscribe and like my channel, you'll be notified when I do some videos on exercises you can do on the Bosu, because there's some fabulous things you can do on there. I really recommend getting a Bosu if you can. I also have a Swiss ball here, which again, vital piece of equipment. I always use my Swiss ball, great for stretching, core work, stability, things like that. And I also have some mats, a couple of mats, a foam roller, which if you look back at some of my other videos, I think I did one on foam rolling. I might need to repost it again, but foam rolling is great to smooth out any muscles and help prevent injury. So I'd recommend getting a foam roller as well. And also I have a couple of kettlebells, a medicine ball, stretch bands. So those are pieces of free weights equipment that I would recommend using. Be careful with kettlebells. There is a technique to using them, so you may want to just look into that before you start swinging them around, because you might do yourself an injury. So also I have now a tip for you is when you stack your dumbbells onto your rack, think about putting the lighter dumbbells at the bottom and the heavier ones at the top. And the reason for that is when you try to lift your heavier dumbbells from the bottom of the rack, you are more likely to do an injury, because you can twist more easily, or because it's a bit trickier to get the heavier weights from the bottom than the top, right? So put your lighter weights at the bottom, so like I've done here, and that will just save your back. Okay, and then I think that's about it really. So if you have any questions, do pop them in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel, and you will get notified when I post another video on some of the exercises, which I will be posting later on in the month. So hope that helps, think about setting up your own gym, and have a great week. Take care. Bye.